Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. Today we're actually going to do a power mod on the GR Supra, and I've been resisting this for a long time for several reasons. Number one, it's very hard to tune these cars. 2020s, you could pretty much tune them. 2021s, it's iffy if you can, and either way you have to pull out your ECU, send it in to get unlocked, get it tuned, and then come back and reinstall it. So something I'm really not interested in doing. But today I have this little device. It's a JB Plus adapter from Burger Tuning. This is very simple to install. We'll do it real quick and then we'll take it for a drive. I'll show you how it feels. And I'm actually going to do a 0 to 60 run. I did one before installing here, and I'm going to drive it for a while and then do it again and see if we get any performance improvements. But since I tracked the car, I don't really want to add more heat to the engine. Also, I don't want to avoid the warranty. So this is really easy to pull off if you don't want the tune on the car. If you take it into the dealer, take it to the track, things like that. Very easy to remove if you don't want that tune running. This will add about 4 pounds of boost. Now the 2020s are running around 12 psi with 11:1 compression ratio. The 2021s have a higher boost, around 14 psi, but the compression ratio is lower at 10.2. So this will add 4 psi above that, whatever the car is commanding. And there is an internal dial to adjust it. It is set for 4 psi max. You could turn it up maybe a hair more, 4.5 psi, but I'm just gonna leave it as is right now. Be sure you're running 93 octane fuel, if you can at least. That'll help with the tune, of course. So yeah, let's do the quick install and we'll take it for a drive. So before you get started, the first step in the process is to open up the hood, lock the car with the hood open, and then let it sit. And also remove the remote from away from the vehicle so that the car goes to sleep. You want to let the car sit for at least 5 minutes to make sure everything shuts down, all the computers, and then you can start working on it. All right, next step, you're just gonna pull off the engine cover, which is really easy to do. Remove that. Next, you're gonna search for the T-map sensor. So it's a temperature and manifold pressure sensor, and it's this one right here. There's several connectors around here, but I guess the one looking right at you with the white little clip right here, that's the one you need to remove. This device only connects to one sensor, which is nice and simple. Yes, it doesn't do all the advanced monitoring of other tunes, including the JB4 tune, but that one plugs into your OBD port, which I don't want to do either. I use the OBD port, for example, the performance measurements I'm doing and track driving, things like that. You would have to run it into your cabin under there through a grommet. But I wanted the most simple install. This only gives you about 50 horsepower, but that's enough. This car really doesn't need any more power, but just fun to see what kind of difference it is. We'll see the drivability of it though in the driving portion. All right, let's loosen this clip. Get a little screwdriver, pull up. Okay, I had to actually struggle with this to get it out. I don't know why it was so tight, but it finally came out. Wiggled it pretty good, and now we're ready to attach the JB Plus. Okay, I plugged in the side with the white clip in that same spot where I removed this wire, and then I attach the other end to this one. Now I gotta tuck it in a way where you could fit the engine cover back on. So I will do that, replace the engine cover, and then we'll give it a start. Okay, so far no check engine lights or anything. Started up fine. I got it tucked under the engine cover. I'm gonna drive it around for probably about a week or so, see how it feels, and then give you a driving impression. All right guys, it's been about a week and a little over 100 miles since I installed the JB Plus adapter. And so far, so good. No check engine lights. Drivability is nice and stock feeling. And you just get a little bit of extra push when that turbo kicks on. It's not a dramatic difference, but it is noticeable for sure. As I said, you're getting about 40 wheel horsepower. You actually do get a little bit more of the turbo sounds as well. And I have the high flow intake, if you guys want to check out that video. So I do hear a little bit more of the whooshing sounds, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's a nice little bump. I think it's worth the $240 it costs. You could always trade up for the JB4 as well in the first year. But honestly, I don't see myself doing that. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to show you the 0 to 60 performance to see if we get anything different. It might just produce wheel spin, I'm not sure yet. Another thing that, you know, really stresses a turbo, I'll put it into manual mode and then lug the vehicle where you're putting the vehicle in a higher gear and then flooring it from low RPMs and no kind of detonation or pinging. I had an issue with my 2009 Audi A4. It was APR tuned and it was a manual, but if you lugged it at all, it would do the pinging, it would do the detonation, just all kinds of issues with that. So I was a little bit weary about this setup, but so far so good. I'm really happy. This is a pretty mild tune. Like I said, only adding about 4 PSI of boost. Yeah, let's do a 0 to 60 run. And I'll show the before right now. All right, I am in sport mode. This is stock. And we are gonna do launch control to be the most fair to keep it consistent. Here we go. Wheel spin. So I did 2 runs, 3.99 and 4.06. So right at 4 seconds, 0 to 60. Pretty consistent. And we'll see if the JB Plus adapter will make a difference. And this isn't a true 0 to 60. I mean, it's not a completely level surface, but it's a comparison A to B that I have. So use launch control. Wow, lots of wheel spin. Okay. 3.97 right there, so not much of a difference. We'll try it again. I did have a lot of wheel spin. Yeah, it's definitely faster. You do feel it in the seat of the pants. All right, guys, we'll try this again. Hopefully I get a little bit better traction this time. The tires might be a little warmer. Gonna do launch control. Oh yeah, that's a lot of wheel spin. Okay. Feels good though. I held that launch control a little bit longer to see if it would build extra boost. What we got? 3.87, so a tenth faster. So there's something there. Well, I'm glad we saw a little bit of a difference. I'm sure that would improve at like a quarter mile. And you know what? Maybe this season I'm going to take this back to the drag strip. I did do a drag strip video when I just bought it stock. So yeah, if I have an opportunity, I'll take it to the drag strip, make another video. And yeah, stay tuned for other videos this season. I will update you on the performance of it. These things, you know, you've got to really drive them and drive them in hot weather too. Like, it's not summer right now. We're in the low 60s right now for both of my 0 to 60 runs. So we'll We'll see in the heat of the summer if I have any other issues with it, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. I'll put a link below if you want to check out the unit. But otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Please check out my other Supra videos. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.